Today the sun is pouring in and I thought I'd do a little tour of my balcony garden. So I replaced my garden with a balcony garden. This is the little piece of joy. It never ceases to amaze. It just blooms crazily. I also have the yellow version, which the leaves are slightly darker, you can see there, and it makes these little yellow flowers instead of pink. So there's a sorrel, and we might as well start. So this is a little campanula that I've had for a few years. It looked almost dead, and I nursed it back. And yes, look what it does for you. I mean, isn't that the most beautiful thing ever? And this is a little gorgeous. It's like hair. It's like chopped hair. But that gives a lovely splash of green. So those are those pots. And then here, the joy of my life, white petunias. And most importantly, Madame Rose, who a friend looked after my roses when I had to leave my garden, and I'm absolutely overjoyed to say in the sun today that Madam, it's a baby plant, so her blooms are not huge yet, but look at the beautiful form that's forming and the smell. Oh, I can't tell you how overjoyed I am. I could weep with happiness and she looks really healthy. The leaves are glossy, new leaves coming. So I put her with the other whites. This is white lobelia, which I adore. I also have a purple one, I'll show you now. But I just want that to sink in because it's amazing. So it's covered in blooms and their form is fantastic. And this is a kind of variegated petunia, sort of purple and white. I think you can see a theme going on with purple and white this year. These are ranunculus, which I planted at the beginning of spring, but I think they're a bit late, but maybe they'll bloom. And then here I have my French lavender. This has been in a pot for a long time. It shares with ivy, and I brought that with me from the garden. This is a brand new rose. I've only got two on the balcony. Roberta Capucci, because I have these big deep pots which I brought from the garden, and you need a very deep pot for a rose, as you know, those of you who grow roses. This is Roberta Capucci, which is an Italian rose, and looking very healthy, putting on new leaves. No blooms yet, but there could be one in the offering in one of these little growing spots. And then here is my absolutely gorgeous lobelia. I love purple lobelia. It just adds frill, and it's particularly beautiful with roses as a companion to roses. You can hear the bell. I live in the Centro Storico, so I can always hear the church bell. And the joy of my life is my jasmine is now blooming and perfuming, and it's covered. It's putting out lots of tendrils, but you can see how much it's blooming. Can you see those beautiful lavender flowers? And here my hydrangea that got knocked by a hailstorm is actually making blooms. So there's a little tour of my flowering garden for you. Very pleased.